Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to dive into a who am I reading for reading, and that's where I get a message and you tell me who I'm reading for in the comments below. Also, please say hi. If you're finding me for the first time or this reading is finding you for the first time, I would love to hear from you. Say hello so that I can welcome you to my amazing community here on YouTube, and I do mean amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you guys, all of your support and your kind words you have been pouring out on me. It has just made me feel so loved and valued so much lately. You guys are just amazing. So feel free to say hello in the comments. Also feel free to let me know who I'm reading for, and let's see what message wants to come through for you. So right as I was pressing record, there was a very loud airplane that was going over, and I really felt like that was some sort of movement, and I've been getting this message all day. There's some sort of movement in a situation in your life or an area of your life that is that you don't expect. You don't expect movement. You don't expect because it's not moved for a long time, or it could be a dormant dream. It could be something like a goal that you've been chipping away at for a really long time. Suddenly there's movement. Maybe you felt like you've been blocked from something, you know, maybe you felt like there's an obstacle, and it's like that airplane that I was hearing was very loud. I feel like the change that is happening or going to happen for you is very loud. And that's a good thing though. It's good. It's just like, I'm here, you know, and I have the Page of Cups. It's like the fish jumps out in the cup just unexpectedly. This could be an unexpected expression of emotion from somebody. This could be the page energy is usually something like a message, or this one for me is all about a surprise. You know, a surprise that the universe is working out in your favor, something in your favor. It's a surprise that the universe is literally doing for you. And I feel like it's around a situation in your life that has felt very stuck, that has felt very stagnant, that has felt like it's dormant, or it just has not moved, you know. And I feel like it could literally be a dream coming back into life that you have maybe forgotten about. I'm hearing that. So that will be for somebody specific. I would love to hear who you are in the comments, because that will be for someone specific. Something like you're going to know because this will already have happened for you, or you're going to come back and you're going to comment on this like, wow, this just happened. I totally forgot, or I gave up on this dream a long time ago, and something changed, something shifted, something came into your reality through another person, I'm guessing, because the universe loves to use people in our life that we know or we might not know to deliver things to us, you know. And so I feel like something is going to bring a dream back to life for somebody here. Now, for others of you, this is something different. It's movement in a situation that you do not see coming, and you might have even literally walked away from it because you're like, this is not, and look, the Death card. Oh my gosh. You might have literally walked away from it because it was not moving. It was not, nothing was happening, and you were like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm turning my back to I'm not pouring my energy into this anymore. My time, my energy, my focus, I'm going towards what lights me up. I'm going towards what makes me feel good. I'm going towards, this does not feel good. Because if I'm trying to make something move, if I'm trying to force something, if I'm, you know, giving energy to something or someone that doesn't give to me, it's like it's time to let that be done. That does not make you feel good. That does not make you feel valued. That does not make you feel, you know, reciprocated. It doesn't make you feel good, period. So turning your back was probably exactly what you were meant to do. And this could have also been like a dream for the person who is going to feel that energy in this reading. For the person who is going to take that as a confirmation of something that, like a dream being coming back to life in you. You may have literally said, that's never going to happen. I'm just going to give up on that dream. It may have even been like 8 years ago, specifically with that 8 of Cups. It may have been even 13 years ago. It may not have anything to do with 8 or 13, but I'm just pointing out for whoever needs that confirmation, okay? But it feels like you literally walked away from something. Now, for some of you, this is what was meant to happen, because the Death card is, for me, it's a major arcana, and the major arcanas to me are destined moments or destined things that you walk through in your life at this time. And so I feel like it was destined for you to walk away from whatever this is or whoever this is. And I feel like something's reawakening. I feel like something is shifting, something is moving because you walked away. You pulled back your energy. Maybe you put it all into you. I talk about that every day, I think, here on this channel. It's like you're turning your back to the emotions. You're turning your back into the old way of thinking, behaving, this kind of thing. You've walked away from something and you're like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not pouring that emotion. I'm not pouring that time. I'm not pouring that energy into this situation anymore because it's not giving to me and it's not making me feel good. In the preparation before I pressed record, when I was listening to that very noisy airplane going over, I saw the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is just like sadness and maybe loss and even regret sometimes. But also for me, the 5 of Cups talks to me a lot about like repeating patterns of, you know, just being let down. Maybe in relationships, finding yourself being, you know, attracting in people who just keep letting you down. And maybe that's what you walked away from. And you're just like, no, that's part of the old. We're not there anymore. We're going in a new direction now. And we're stepping into a new version of ourselves. We're going towards what feels good. We're giving energy to what feels good. We're not giving energy to what doesn't give to us. And look what's on the bottom of the deck. She said all of that to say the 9 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. And there goes another loud airplane. Confirmation. Can you hear that? You're walking towards the 9 of Cups from the 8 to the 9. The 9 is wish fulfillment, my friend. You were destined to do that. That was part of the plan all along. It was like the universe, you know, sometimes it's like we just ignore the signs until we don't, until they're loud. And then we change. And then we get it. The light comes on and we're like, okay, I'm just not doing this anymore. And then that's when you find what you're looking for suddenly out of nowhere. And this could be literally, if you're talking about a connection, a specific connection that you just gave and gave and gave and you didn't receive. And this is somebody, maybe you feel somewhere deep inside that this is your person and just you've never wanted to give up, but you had no choice but to walk away from giving to that situation and literally putting it in the hands of the universe. That was the whole point. And shifting your value, shifting, you know, shifting within you. And just that taking back your power, that decision to not give to what doesn't give to you, that's what needed to shift. And then this person, literally, it's like you hear from them, it starts up again, but this time you're both different. So take it how it fits. I'm trying to give you different scenarios to see how this fits for you because I'm seeing all of this in my mind here. But I want you to know that there is a shocking twist here. There is a surprise that is being delivered in by the universe because you walked away. So only take this if it fits, if it resonates for that, okay? And or that what we talked about in the beginning, you know, a dream that maybe you let go of a long time ago. And then all of a sudden it's like there's this, something happens and the universe kind of resparks your dream, because something happens that says, oh my gosh, now's the time. Now is the time. Maybe it wasn't the right time before. Now is the right time, because you closed out cycles. You know, we walked through life. We got to who we are now. And now we have a shift in our perspective. We're no longer giving to what doesn't give to us. We're no longer accepting crumbs. We're just doing things differently. And this is where you find the blessing, because you had to become this version of you in order to hold it. Whatever this is, let's get some more messages here. Is there anything else that you need to know about this situation here and this surprise that's coming in? And or, you know, it already could have happened. So I feel like you just let me know who I'm reading for. The Three of Wands is here, and the Eight of Pentacles with the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck. So we have the Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Something you've been waiting for, something you've been working towards. But I'm also hearing travel with this card. The airplane. Travel. So if that's, maybe you have a dream, maybe you've been saving up to travel somewhere, you know, a different country or something. It feels like you've been saving up and you've been waiting for the opportunity to go somewhere, and maybe the universe presents you a surprise that, you know, the universe has a way of presenting something that feels like a miracle. And perhaps you've been saving for something specific and you're waiting for that, you know, to have just the right amount of money. And then the universe presents this opportunity for you to travel for less. And you're just like, oh, maybe that's your dream. Maybe that's your dream. And the universe surprises you with this opportunity to go where you want to go, and yet it doesn't cost the same amount of money as you thought. Or maybe you've met somebody there that is going to help you get there, or whatever the case is here. It feels like this is a surprise that is coming in out of nowhere from the universe, that ignites this dream, or that ignites something that you've walked away from. And I'm not talking about an ex, by the way. I just want to make sure that you understand that I don't do exes here on my channel. So if you've walked away from an ex because, hello, clearly you needed to, they're an ex for a reason, right? Someone else comes in because you walked away that literally checks all your boxes. I don't do exes on my channel. But if this is a connection that is not an ex connection, that is something that is maybe never got off the ground, or had some false starts, or something that you wouldn't consider as a toxic ex, okay? And you had to let go and pull your energy off of that situation and stop trying to make it happen or force it or anything like that. Suddenly the universe says, you were right. This is your person. What you were feeling, you were right. You just had to wait until the divine right time, and then suddenly, boom, here it comes. You've been waiting, you've been working on yourself, and now it's time. And they see your value. This could be around a job. You've been working on yourself, seeing yourself as high value, seeing yourself as the one who gets the job, and you've been waiting for that ship to come in. You've been waiting for that divine opportunity, and then the universe says, here you go. But it's also coming with some sort of a surprise. And this surprise is like, wow, this is actually better than I thought. So the energy is moving this week. At this time of recording, the energy is moving. Opportunities are coming in, doors are opening, and you're being pushed through to new levels. And so you may feel a little bit of a resistance, because this feels bigger, it feels more valuable, it feels more abundant, it feels like you're stepping into a higher, you're graduating levels here. And you know, when we bump up against new levels, we may also feel some resistance or a little fear, but don't let that stop you. Say yes. When the universe wants you to move and the universe presents this opportunity for you, you're moving. Don't say no. Okay? Don't turn it down, because it's actually what you want. It's actually what you want. And you had to be this who you are now with a different perspective for yourself, a different perspective for the situation of life, whatever. You're coming out of the tree, my friend. Things are moving. You're coming out of the tree, and life is about to look a lot different. Say yes when this opportunity comes in. And don't forget to come back and tell me what happened. All right, I'll see you in the next reading.